you're a subscriber, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, thanks for clicking. Make sure you press the like button and subscribe so you can continue to see more of my videos. So today we're going to go over a hair straightening tutorial. My hair is naturally very curly, wavy, curly, pretty frizzy. So I'm just going to be showing y'all some of the things that I use and then some tips or tricks that I use on my hair. It is very coarse and very thick, pretty frizzy like I said. So this is typically what I do when I'm going to wear my hair straight. So all or most of these products that I'm going to be talking about can be purchased at Sally's, Walmart, or pretty much any drugstore. I think that's more realistic. I'll be trying to use things that are affordable for me, one, and for you if you try to recreate the look. Something that's pretty simple to do. Like I said, very affordable. Everything in this video would probably be under, including the flat iron, under $50. And that's pretty cheap for a flat iron, especially that works well. If y'all see me looking all over the place, I'm probably just trying to figure out what looks better to look where, either at myself or at the actual camera lens. So let me know what you think. I'll also be including a link in the description with all the products that I used, including the flat iron, the hair products, shampoo and conditioner as well. Alright y'all, so I'm just going to let my hair down and kind of finger comb it, but then decide to brush it because it is a mess. Yes, so very tangly there in the back, as you can see by my face. So I'm going to just brush through it. It will make it a little bit easier before I do decide to shampoo it. Otherwise, it will just be a lot harder to comb through after I've gotten the shampoo process done. So I'm going to go shampoo it and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm done with the shampoo process. So here I am just basically trying to show y'all about how wavy / curly my hair really is. And first I'm going to use this Jane's Carter solution, Curls to Go Untangle Me. This is just a detangler. It's going to help detangle my hair pretty quickly and make my comb slide through the hair a lot easier. Yeah, so since I've already brushed through my hair, now I'm using the detangler. It's pretty tangle free. So next I'm gonna use the Zoto's Miracle Repair Damage Eliminator. This is basically a heat protectant. Also helps repair any damage that I have on my ends. Normally color my hair probably every 6 to 8 weeks. My hair is naturally a little bit lighter red than this, more like auburn. And normally trim my hair probably every 10 weeks. So now here I'm just going to try to distribute all the product evenly, just to make sure that all the hair is covered before I decide to proceed with any hot tools. And then here's this, the Bedhead Control Freak. Just trying to make sure you can see it. I was kind of confused on the viewfinder. So the Control Freak basically just helps with humidity protectant and helps the hair get straighter. It's also for frizz. And then this bedhead product is Motor Mouth. I'm only putting this on my roots. As you can see, this is for volume. I really don't need that much, but after I flat iron my hair, my roots seem to get a little flat. And I don't like that look on me. As you can tell, I have a big forehead. So the flat hair really doesn't look too good on my head. So as long as I have some volume there in the front and at the back part of my head, just helps it look a little bit fuller. And not sure why my products are on the floor. One of them had fell, so I'm going to just go ahead and proceed with the blow drying process. I do try to over direct my hair to the opposite side. It helps with a little bit of volume as well. Paddle brush makes it a lot easier, helps it dry a little bit quicker as well. Have a bigger surface to work with the brush. I guess just my personal preference. And then this dryer is super old, as you can tell. No need to replace it. It's not quit yet. And it's Hot Tools. Just a basic dryer you can purchase at Sally's or probably not Walmart, but probably Sally's. The drying process for me does take a while. Normally I would like to say about 30 minutes, so obviously I'm going to cut some of that out. Sometimes I get a little tired and I'll just be sure I get my roots done and then let my ends dry as necessary. I just like to get my roots dry, that way I'm sure that I have some volume. So here I'm just going to show you that I'm going to section out the hair, kind of blow dry each section just to be sure that it's getting dry underneath, and then this helps kind of with the frizz as well. Instead of drying the whole head at once, it's helping me pull some of the hair a little bit straighter. So I'm going to continue on with this. Each section I'll go through and blow dry as best as I can. And then we'll be back to start the flat iron process shortly. Okay, and I'm still blow drying. As you can see, it is a long process. Like I said, about 30 minutes at least to dry the hair. But the drier it gets, the frizzier it gets. Even though I've used several products and the one that was specifically for frizz, just the way my hair works, it has a lot to do with how thick it is and how coarse it is. So I'm going to keep drying, but in the front here, I'm going to kind of push some of it towards the front, which I like to kind of make my hair look a little bit fuller in the front. And at this point, I'm already tired of my hair, so I'm like aggravated that it's taken this long to blow dry. So a lot of times, if I've already got my roots pretty much dry, I will just let my ends dry on their own instead of blow dry my whole head, because I really don't have time to blow dry my whole head and then flat iron my whole head. So I'll just blow dry the roots, come back later, and then flat iron it once I have time to do so. Alright, so pretty much dry here. So normally once I have it completely dry, what I'll do is use the cool shot on the dryer, which is like the separate button. When you hold it down, it will make the air cold that comes out of the dryer. This will help seal the cuticle down. Okay, so it's completely dry, and yeah, that face is like, holy crap. Yep, it's pretty frizzy, but that's just part of the process. Alright, so now I'm going to section my hair off. I'll try to take pretty small sections. I'm going to start down here at the bottom to flat iron. This just makes it easier, a lot easier to get a lot straighter. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the Zoto's Miracle Repair. Like I said, this is a heat protectant as well, so pretty much protecting my hair from the heat. And then I realized that I might as well just go ahead and put the Zoto's on through my whole head. That way it can be drying on the rest of my hair, and I'm not trying to flat iron it while it's wet from the product. So I'm going to try to saturate my ends. I don't want to put this on my roots so it doesn't make my roots look greasy. And now I'm going to part it back off. Alright, y'all, I want to tell y'all about this flat iron. The flat iron that I have that I'm going to be using is a Remington. I purchased this from Walmart years ago. I've had great flat irons that costed $100, $200. And I always go back to this one. This one helps get all the frizz out. Works perfect for me. It's only $20 to $30. Maybe even cheaper on Amazon. Plus they deliver right to your house. I've never had an issue with this. The heat gets up to 410. And on some of the video you can see that my hair is smoking. I don't really mind that, only because I am using the heat protectant, which is probably what's smoking. But my hair definitely needs a higher heat. 300, 350, 375 just doesn't cut it for my hair. It doesn't get the frizz out, doesn't make it straight, and it just doesn't last. So I'm going to keep going up my head, parting it off. And then just running the flat iron through small sections. I don't take big chunks of hair. That just doesn't work for me. It doesn't get my hair as flat as I want it to. It doesn't get the frizz out. And I do go over the hair probably a million times, but if you're using heat protectant, then you should be fine. Obviously, if you're not using heat protectant, probably don't need to go over it a million times. Alright, people ask me how I see the back of my head. Obviously, I don't sit in here. If I'm in the bathroom, I can, depending upon my mirrors, how they're set up. But you can tell a difference in your hair regardless if you can see it of what's frizzy or what's curly compared to what's straight just by feeling it. And that's mainly what I go off of. And if I'm looking crazy, it's because I'm looking in my mirror instead of the camera. And kind of getting tired at this point. Normally, like I said before, about 30 minutes to blow dry, and then probably another 45, maybe 30 on a good day to flat iron my hair. So I'm just sick of looking at my hair right now. But I like to get it done that way it's over with, and I don't have to wash my hair but maybe twice a week, depending upon how often I go to the gym. So if I do this once a week, it will last me maybe 3 to 4 days, and then back to the curly hair. So I try to do it maybe once a week, depending upon how I'm feeling, if I'm not feeling lazy. And my hair in the back is very frizzy and normally tangly. I think that's because where I lay on it at night, so that's what I'm trying to feel for there, is just how frizzy it is if I've really gotten everything. So I'm going to part off a little bit more, and then once I get to pretty much the top part, I'll do like a little horseshoe section at the top. And I'll save that for the very last part. Sometimes I will use a spray heat protectant as well. I didn't use it in this video because sometimes it makes my hair look slightly oily. And obviously, if I want it to last 3 or 4 days, I really don't want it to look oily. So I just use the cream Miracle Repair heat protectant. Alright, and I'm looking kind of crazy here, but probably just because I'm aggravated. It definitely helps if you have a good comb. Probably something that's not going to melt because of the high heat. That tends to happen a lot to me. Alright, and here I am to the top section, the horseshoe section. And typically what I do is try to part that section straight across and flat iron it straight up and then let it fall where it wants to. Makes it a little bit easier so that way I'm not flat ironing it to one side or the other. Just makes my hair flow a little bit easier. Alright, so combing through and then I'm gonna flat iron it straight, semi-straight anyway. And I don't know if you can tell by watching, I try not to leave the flat iron on any one spot in my hair for too long. That'll just burn it, obviously, or make a little indentation in my hair, and then once that's there, it's kind of hard to get out. Alright, down to the last two sections. Alright, and almost done. I'm bringing this forward because I'd like for it to look like I have some kind of bang. Not really a bang because it's almost as long as the rest of my hair. But I just like the way that it makes the hair fall. Through, see if I missed anything. Then make the part look a little bit better. And then what I like to do is spray it down with some kind of hairspray. Normally I do this Garnier Fructis. This is the Sleek and Shine, and this also has humidity protectant in it. Super important if you have curly hair. Without that, you're pretty much wasting your time. And then I'll brush back through it because I don't want the hairspray to make my hair hard. Alright, so that is my video from going to frizzy, curly, wavy, to straight.